Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. What a beautiful trading day in the stock market. As always, I need to remind you guys, Uncle Charles is a sheep. I am not a bull, I am not a bear, I am a sheep. That means I follow the price action based on the levels and the setups, and I just react unbiasedly to whatever the price action does. I got people thinking I'm bullish, people thinking I'm bearish. Holy moly, donut shop. Stop the cap, stop. I am a sheep. My logo is literally a male sheep. It's a ram. Unbiased price action analysis is what you're gonna get on this channel. If that is for you, you want some objective price action analysis and some trade ideas, stay tuned. And if you could do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to this channel. It will mean a lot to me, okay? Now, check it out, guys. We tested a very critical support level. We got some buying pressure, okay? Now, I wrote in my Discord, very simple. We just followed the price action. It's not about being bulls or bears. While bulls and bears are arguing about if the market gonna go up or down, sheeps are just catching these moves. I wrote here, 442.5 held yesterday. But can it hold again? That's this morning. If it fails, bearish with 441 as my first target, triangle support, and 439 in play. We play it level to level. And if you want, you can leave runners in case the market goes more into your favor. And I put here 444 as first resistant. Must capture if bulls want more upside. So if the price actually would have recaptured 444, I would have played it unbiasedly and looked to long. It's not about being bearish or bullish. Now we look on this 30-minute chart. I used the 15 to 30-minute chart to trade, to confirm breakdowns and breakouts. Had a very nice setup right here. Boom, right on the 30-minute chart. Bam. This was yesterday's action when we broke down 444. This was this morning when we broke down 442.5, I mentioned to the group, bearish with 441 and 439 in play below. Didn't quite get to my 439 level. We went as low as 439.9, but it was still a good level to level move. And then look what happened. And yes, this was alerted in the Discord as well. One of the greatest trade setups of all time. The false breakdown setup, where we broke down 441 intraday on the 30-minute chart. It based a little bit and then recaptured it. Closed back above it. Let me move this arrow quick. Right there. Yellow line is 441 level. Closed back above it on the 30-minute chart. That was the trigger to go long, playing the false breakdown setup, and it led to a nice level to level move back to 442.5. A little higher, actually. That's it. That's Uncle Charter. That's my trading system. I identified the levels, I identified the setups, and I just traded unbiasedly. If it breaks down on support, I'll look to short. If it breaks out of resistance or a false breakdown setup, I will look to long. Keep it simple. Level to level. No greed. All right? So stop thinking Uncle is bearish. Stop thinking Uncle is bullish. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop covering seasonality from now on because it's causing a lot of bullish biasness and not us focusing on what's important, which is the price action and reacting to it sheep style, unbiasedly. Holy moly. I did not need seasonality, even though seasonality said we was going to be bearish. I did not need seasonality to tell me to short the breakdown of 442.5. Or get the false breakdown setup. Okay, and there was a lot other trades at NVDA, Tesla that we can talk about. But that's the point. That's sheep style trading. It works on any indice, any stocks. Different skill level, of course. But the more you put into it, the more you'll get better at it. What you put in is what you're going to get out. Sheep style trading. This is what you're going to get on my channel. None of that bias stuff. All right, none of that bias stuff and none of that I can see the future stuff. A lot of people talking about they could see the future. Okay, had people talking about, oh, we're bullish. We're up here and up here when they were bullish. Price just pushed down lower to a critical support level. Come on. All we have to do is follow the price action. There's no need to act like we can see the future. No one can see the future. There's nothing impressive about acting like you can see the future because no one can see the future. It just looks foolish to me. But you know, that's just my recommendation. You do what you guys feel is best. Now, as far as tomorrow goes, this is important. Okay? I'm going to give us the bull case and the bear case. So please listen to both before anyone claims that I'm a biased trader. We also have FOMC tomorrow. We got to talk about FOMC. Now remember, this is a price action channel. This is not a fundamental channel. There are plenty of fundamental channels out there. If you want fundamental analysis, go to those channels. This is a price action channel. Why I talk about the price action, how are we going to trade it? Because that's where the money is made, with the trading. FOMC tomorrow coming out at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Usually, guys, when the results come out or the numbers come out, okay, we're not expecting an increase or anything like that. But when the numbers come out, the data releases, there's a reaction at 2 o'clock. All right? It could be up. It could be down. You just got to know the levels. If it breaks a resistance, you can look to long. If it breaks a support, you can look to short. But here is the tendency. When Powell speaks or when after he's done speaking, there's usually a reversal. Okay, guys? That is the tendency for trading FOMC, that there is usually a reversal from when the data gets released. Sometimes it's a little after, and then all the way till when Powell speaks or when he's done speaking. Watch out for the false breakout and the false breakdowns setup. You guys should all be experts at the false breakouts and false breakdown setup. As a matter of fact, I literally just talked about an example of a false breakdown setup that happened today. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Now watch out for any trap move tomorrow. Okay, now this is July 26th. This is the last time we had FOMC. You guys can see here, let me move this blue line. 2 o'clock, nothing really happened. Around 2:30, I guess when Powell started speaking, boom, we had this big pop to the upside. The low was 454-ish and it popped up to 457-ish. When Powell was done speaking around 3 o'clock, it reversed and dropped back to the downside. These pink lines were the levels I had at the time. I had 455 as resistant. If you longed it, it hit the next target, level to level. And then you can play the false breakout 455. It hit the next bottom target, level to level. And the day after FOMC is usually pretty volatile as well. So look forward to Wednesday after 2 o'clock and then Thursday for some good volatility, some tradable moves. Now, what's another one? Here is June 14th, another FOMC day. You guys can see here when the data got released, it broke. I had a level at 437, broke down 437, dropped all the way down to 433.6. And then when Powell spoke or when he was done speaking, it reversed, recaptured my 435.5 level and popped all the way back up to 438-ish. Okay, and then the next day was a pretty volatile, trendy day. All right, so look forward to Wednesday after 2 p.m. and then Thursday being some volatile days, some tradable days. Okay, but remember, when FOMC releases, remember the tendency. The initial reaction is usually the fake reaction and followed by the real reaction that usually comes when Powell speaks or after he's done speaking. All right, so now we got to go to the charts and make sure we know the levels for tomorrow. As of right now, 442.5 is support. Please add it to your charts. It's going to be very important for tomorrow. As well as 441 and 439. All right, 441 is based on my triangle pattern. And it's also a fib level. Breakdown is very bearish. And then my white trend line from February 2nd, around 439, which also happens to be a fib level. And then the levels I got below that is 437.5, 436, 434, 433, 431, and 429.6. Please add those levels to your charts. Now for the upside levels, for the resistant levels, I got 444, 445.5, 447 to 447.5. That's around the 50 daily moving average. 450.2, and as well as the triangle resistant for tomorrow, it's around 451. So there's a zone up there, 450.2 to 451, with 452 above that, 454, and then there's a gap fill at 456.4-ish. You guys have my levels. That was a mouthful. Please don't make me repeat that. You can just rewind the video. All right? Remember the tendency for FOMC. I'm going to say it one more time. The initial reaction is usually the fake reaction. You can play it, use the levels, but remember, when Powell speaks or after he's done, around there, you could get either a false breakout or a false breakdown depending on what the initial reaction is. Don't act like you guys don't know. It's happened so many times, and I'm just giving it to you guys, the information, so that me and you can make money. Stop looking at Uncle Charles like I'm the enemy. I'm on your side. I'm trying to get you paid. I'm trying to turn you to a master trader, sheep style. All right? Let me be there for you. Let me bring value to you. Stop trying to argue with me. Triple Q, let me do my job. Anyways, Triple Q bounced off a fib level, 38.2 fib level. All right, we got buying pressure there. You guys see the pink line? That's a fib level, 38.2 fib level. It bounced. For me to trust this bounce, it needs to recapture some levels. Starting with 370, based on this blue line, the triangle. All right, because right now it closed below it, a little below it. But if it can recapture 370 and 371.3, which has been a battle up there, that would be bullish. I would look to long. All right, where's that 50? The 50 is around 373, and then I got 375.6 above that. If the 50 clears, it's very possible we go test the top of the triangle pattern around 378-ish. If that clears, 381 incoming. All right, you guys got my levels? Dow Jones, we had a breakdown of the triangle pattern. It did show some follow through going as low as 343-ish. But we did find some buying pressure around there. All right, 346.5 is a fib level, and based on the triangle pattern, 348. As long as SPY can stay below those levels, overall bearish, but it needs to show some follow through and strength, breaking down 344 and 342.5. If it does, we are heading down lower, down to 340, and possibly lower down to 339 and 336s. All right, for me to trust the bounce, 346.5 and 348 must clear. It must clear to put 349, 351, and 353 in play. Okay? IWM, we can see that head and shoulder pattern on IWM as clear as day, but still no breakdown of the neckline. It needs to break down, or, staying below 183 is a good start, but it needs to break down 181.6. We had a wash below it intraday, but no close on the daily chart. If it does, that's bearish with 180 and 178 and 176 in play. If it bounces from here, resistant is at 183. If 183 clears, 185.6, 186, 185.6 to 186 is a zone right there. And if that clear, I got 188 and 190 above. I'll be bull bias above 188. All right. Tesla consolidating right now, but overall that 263 level, 61.8 fib level is defending as support, finding some buying pressure. For me to take it serious, it needs to recapture some lost levels, starting with 268 and 270. These are fib levels. 270 is a fib level, but it's also my orange multi-year trend line. Needs to stay above 270 to be bullish. It might be base and trying to go for that breakout again, but it needs to be above 270 to be in breakout mode. If it does, gap fill at 274.5-ish and then 277 are in play. If 263 is lost, I would be very bearish on the Tesla with 260 in play first and then lower targets. Apple recaptured one of my fib levels, which is the 178 level. As long as above 178, 180.7 and 182 are in play with 185 above. If it drops back below 178, that's a false breakout. False breakouts are bearish. Look to short with 176, 174-ish, and 172 in play. NVDA, some beautiful, beautiful trades in the Discord room based on this stock. But overall right now, it's basing between my 1.236 fib level at 437 and my 1.382 fib level at 429.6 just to the 430 zone, okay? That is the range. That is the chop range. 430 to 429.6 zone all the way up to 437. You want to keep it simple, 430 to 437. That's the chop range. Anything in between is chop and building strength for the next trend move. Above 437, I'm bull biased. Below 430, I am bear biased. Put it that simple. Microsoft managed to defend that 327 level. It did drop as low as 324.5, but rallied at the end of the day, avoiding a breakdown of 327. As long as above, if it clears 330 tomorrow, the 50 DMA at 332, 334 level and 335.5, that's a fib level, are in play. I would turn bearish on Microsoft when 327 fails, an official daily chart close, of course, to put 324.5, 321.8, and 318.7-ish in play. I have some updated levels. Amazon, nice move to the downside, beautiful move to the downside. On last Friday, it broke down my 78.6 fib level. Yesterday, it chopped a little bit. Today, it gapped down and showed more follow through. Overall bounce on that 135.5-ish level. That's the 38.2 fib level. And avoided a breakdown of my 137 level. That's the 50% fib level. Okay? So for me to trust this bounce, 138.6 and 140.8 must clear. If those levels clear, that's bullish. 143.6, 145.8, and 147-ish are all in play. Okay? If 137 and 135.5 fail, bearish with 134 and 132.5 in play. Okay, below 134, I'm bear bias. Google, chopping around a little bit, but no loss of critical support level, which is 138 and 136.4. If those levels lost, then we can get bearish. As of right now, look like it's basing for more upside, maybe 140.3 and the 142 level. Netflix, I got a triangle pattern here on Netflix. Like on the top, I got one touch, two touch. This, the first touch was July 19th, September 5th, and September 11th high. And then as far as the support line goes, I got it from June 9th low, June 27th low, August 18th low, and today's low, all right? So for me to trust this bounce, and if Netflix want to fill this triangle to the upside, resistance must clear, starting with 398, 400, and 401.6. If those levels clear, guys, look to long. I'm bullish. All right, I'll give one level will be 406. Want to be one of my targets, and then it could probably go higher up to 413 and 415.3-ish. Okay, now if those levels fail, I wouldn't go long. All right, there is support at 394 and 392 and 390. Okay, if those levels fail, the sell-off continues. Breakdown of the triangle patterns around 390. Very bearish. Below that, we could possibly fill the gap around 379-ish. AMD just chopping around. Potential double bottom here, but it needs to show follow-through and recapture 103, 105, and breakout of 107.6, this yellow triangle pattern. Then I would be bullish and favor this double bottom. But otherwise, if it can't break 103, possible dead cat bounce. If 99.5 fail, double bottom canceled, and we're likely dropping down to 96 and maybe even 93.5. All right, guys, here is a dark pool order we had. Let me refresh this. Not much dark pool order today. Oh, wow. Okay, so the most we had was around 687 million. At the 443.63 level. That's below $1 billion. Telling me the dark pool was not that busy. You know, I'm thinking big money, smart money is wait until after FOMC to get anything going. But yeah, I mean, that's the most we have is at the 443.63 level. So for what it's worth, that's free information for you guys. Here's the option flow filter for 500K. premiums or above. Very bearish heading into tomorrow. Holy moly. Triple Q, bearish heading into tomorrow. IWM, kind of bullish, 53%. That's not too bullish, but it is bullish heading into tomorrow. Dow Jones is bearish heading into tomorrow. Tesla, 51% bullish, not too bullish. Apple, bullish heading into tomorrow. NVDA is bearish heading into tomorrow. Microsoft is bearish. Amazon is bullish. The market's pretty mixed. Google, nothing for Google with the L. Google with the L is bullish. Netflix, nothing for Netflix. And AMD, nothing for AMD. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you find value in my video. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you didn't already. And if you want more content from Uncle Charles, please consider joining my Discord. Peace.